Hello, and today I will be speaking about the history of Disney. Disney is a company that was made in 1923 by Walt Disney for family entertainment. The first Disney production was the Newman Laugh-O-Grams, a collection of 6 black and white silent movies that mixed typical comedy and advertising. These didn't get popular and eventually stopped being made. Next, in 1924, was Alice in Cartoonland, not to be confused with Alice in Wonderland, a later production. In this series of short movies, they mixed live action with animation by recording Alice in the real world and animating everything else. This was working, so it continued for the next 4 years. In 1927, Walt Disney, collaborating with Universal Studios, began making fully animated cartoons starring Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Though, through legal reasons and distribution laws, the rights to Oswald were taken by Universal. Due to this, Walt began changing the appearance of Oswald to allow his use of the character, making Mortimer Mouse. Ha-cha-cha! Later, the name was changed to Mickey Mouse. Before the classic Steamboat Willie, there were 2 other Mickey cartoons, with the difference being that Steamboat Willie had audio. The cartoons were Plain Crazy and Gallopin' Gaucho, and all 3 of the cartoons were made in 1928. Steamboat Willie was one of Walt's biggest hits at the time because of the synchronized sound, which was relatively different than most cartoons. Afterwards, with Disney's new fame, Donald Duck, Goofy, Pluto, etc. joined the group and also got famous throughout the years. Walt Disney Productions also collaborated with Silly Symphonies, another animation company but with classical music usually playing in the background. The most famous Disney and Silly Symphonies collab was The 3 Little Pigs, made in 1933. The first colored and full-length movie made by Disney was Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. This was another hit and inspired much more longer movies. From then on, we would continue to see many more classics from Disney, including Pinocchio, 1940, Dumbo, 1941, Bambi, 1942, Cinderella, 1950, Peter Pan, 1953, and more. While these were being made, live-action movies like Old Yeller, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and Mary Poppins were also being created. Around this time, 1955, one of the most remarkable amusement parks of the world was making its debut, Disneyland. Disneyland was a crossover between many of the productions made by Disney, with amazing rides and food. Later on, in the 1980s to 1990s, more live-action works were being established, such as Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Pretty Woman, and Father of the Bride. Because of this project's restrictions, I cannot discuss the amazing works of Disney any further in time. So every Pixar or Marvel creation is out of question. However, I can make a conclusion to this. Disney is a multi-billion-dollar company that has made incredible ideas and has been a big part of childhoods around the world. At the time, Disney is over a century old and has outlasted people because of that. Overall, Disney has created so much and many couldn't imagine a world without it.